Hello daily drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. Before we get into the draft, a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. Thank you for all the subscribers here, new and old. It's so great to have you here with us today. We've got over 1,000 subscribers here now on the channel, a long time coming. Thank you so much to all of you. And for those of you that have found this video, if you continue watching and you enjoy what you see, go ahead and still subscribe to the channel. Just because we got to 1,000 doesn't mean we're done. We're going straight from here, which also means that I now want to announce, we announced it a couple days ago, but for those of you that haven't seen that video yet, or this is your first one, we also have a Patreon page with a link in the description. Go ahead and check out the Patreon page. You can join for as little as $1 per month and get perks like access to the Daily Draft Discord, as well as early access to my content and more. So go ahead and check that out if that's of interest to you. Again, it's absolutely optional. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be greatly appreciated if you consider it. And again, because it's a new set, and we're only the second draft in here, just want to explain a little bit about what this channel is for those of you that are new here. We have a lot of new folks. We draft at least 3 times a week here. I'm not trying to put on the facade of some sort of professional player. I'm not a professional player. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. What we do here is I give you a large quantity of drafts. So you can see a bunch of decks on my side, a bunch of decks on their side. I post every draft that I record, win or lose. You're going to see some O3s here on the channel. You're going to see some trophies here on the channel. I just get a lot of content out to you, and that's what we're here for. So yes, I'll make mistakes. It's okay for you to point them out in the comment section as well. I can learn. We learn from those mistakes. We take from where the board is and we go from there. So that's what we're all about here on this channel. Last thing before we dive into the draft here today, you will also see we are still on location. We are still recording from a hotel in a different city for work. So this is not my normal setup. The audio is going to be a little bit different than normal. The video is not ideal. It is what it is. We're going to have this today. We're going to have this on Monday. Next Wednesday, we're back to normal, back in the home setup. So appreciate you dealing with that for now. I'm just trying to get this content to you as soon as I can. And I got to do it no matter where I'm at, right? So here we are. Going to go ahead and get this content to you and hop right into our second March of the Machine draft. See you there. All right, here we are in pack 1, pick 1. Let's see. I see Heliod, the Radiant Dawn. It's a 4-mana 4/4. You can get an enchantment card back from your graveyard. You can also transform it to give spells flash and make them cheaper. I mean, that just seems really good. I mean, there's not a lot of synergy with the whole enchantment thing in this set, but what else are we looking at? This card is far too expensive. Wrath is a good card. We just played blue-white on Wednesday, though. Although Heliod is kind of leaning towards blue-white as well, right? There's Invasion of Lorwyn, which is a good one. 6 mana, basically kill any creature that flips into a big creature. Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and take the rare here in Heliod. We're not necessarily looking to synergize with that first ability too much, because there really isn't a whole lot of synergies. But just this card is just good enough as it is. So we'll just go ahead and take the Heliod here. Someone chose to not take Vorinclex. 8 mana, 7/6 trample. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 of mana of any type that land produced. So it doubles our lands. Whenever an opponent taps, it doesn't untap. Holy crap. It is 8 mana though. What else are we looking at here? There's a Cosmic Hunger. Oracle of Tragedy. A battle here. The Stormclaw Rager is very good in black-red. Infected Defector could go along with the Heliod, but I mean, Vorinclex, Voice of Hunger, am I right? What would they take over this? I guess they took, so this is our Multiverse Legend, so I guess they took a regular rare over this. That makes sense, I suppose. So I guess we'll take this, and we're not necessarily locked into green, white, or anything, but we have some options here with some good cards. All right, now we have Xerix Strobe Knight, which I think is a great uncommon, but it is blue. It doesn't go with either of these. Invasion of Pyrulia, fine battle. Protocol Knight, War Historian. there's an Alabaster Host Sanctifier, which is not a card I think is great. Lifelink is like at its worst in this format because of all these battles running around. We don't have a great follow-up to either of these. I mean, the War Historian is fine. Can go with Vorinclex here. We can't really splash either of these. I think the War Historian's better than the Sanctifier. I could just take the Strobe Knight too. I'm going to take the War Historian. That's a close pick there. You take the Strobe Knight and go like blue-white potentially. Alright, things are already not looking great for us. The only white or green card in this pack is Knight of the New Coalition, which is fine, but not outstanding. There's Ayara, but that's far too mana intensive. There's a Vanquish the Weak, which is good. There's an Aetherblade Agent, which is a card I like. So the question is, do we just stay white? I don't think we do, because I think Vanquish and Agent are both better than Knight of the New Coalition here. So I might just take the Aetherblade Agent. It's kind of an underwhelming pack. I'll go ahead and just take the black card here. Okay, now there's no white, but there is a little bit of green. The green's not bad either. There's Wary Thespian, which is a card I do like. 2 mana, 3/1, ETBs or die, surveil 1. Lithomantic Barrage. It's fine to main deck, I think. There's Zada. But I think I'm going to take the Wary Thespian here. And there's a Blighted Burgeoning as well, but this one is interesting compared to how these effects usually work. So whenever the land is tapped for mana, it adds an additional 1 of any color. So it doesn't add 2 of any color for you. So you can't like splash a Heliod off of just the Blighted Burgeoning. So I'm going to take the Wary Thespian here. And there's a lot of green now. Okay, so green could be open. Streetwise Negotiator is just a really good card. It's a 2 mana 2/2 that can also buff something else. Or it's a 2 mana 3/3. Which both of them are just fine. There's another Thespian and a Bonded Herd Beast, which are both fine as well. But it's looking like we might have to move off of Heliod, at least for this pack. Invasion of Kylem is a little bit far away for us, mana-wise. There's a Gloomfang Mauler here if we go like green-black, potentially. I've come down on the Doombringer. It was good in my first couple of drafts, but it's been worse. Dramatic Revelation has owned us a couple of times, so maybe this card is just playable. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Swamp Cycler. Invasion of Alara. One day, but today is not that day. Placid Rottentail or Dreg Recycler. I don't think either of these are great, but I'll go ahead and take the green card. Alright, so white is like 100% cut completely, so I don't think Heliod is really going to be happening here. So we'll go ahead and take the green 2-drop, Iridescent Blade Master, 2 mana 2/2 that can grow. And we'll see what we can find in pack 2 as far as another color. Black isn't super open right now either. There's a Dreg Recycler. Wow. Stormclaw Rager Wield. That's interesting. I'm going to take it just speculatively here. Corrupted Conviction is a sacrifice card. There's a Scoured Barrens. Onaki Javelineer. Invasion. I'm going to go ahead and just take the land here. We don't really know exactly what we're doing. So maybe we're like green-white splashing black if we need to. Who knows? I think white's going to be open in pack 2 because we have passed literal no white good white cards, like at all. Yeah, we'll just cut the only card of the color that we think we might be here. Zada came all the way around. Well, I mean, the Doombringer Wield. It's a card you can put in your deck. Let's see what we find in pack 2 here. Zimone and Dina. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you drain for 2. Then you can sack a creature, draw a card, put a land, and then if you have 8, you repeat it. That is quite good, but is it better than just like an Etched Familiar? Or... I mean, we'd have to figure out a way to splash blue here. And then probably give up on Heliod if we do that. Or we could just take an Etched Familiar and go green-black. We're probably not drawing 2 cards a turn either, though. You know what? I'm just going to take the Etched Familiar here. I think it's the safe pick. This is a little bit more of the spicy pick. But it's early enough in the format. We could just kind of stay where we're at. Okay, hello there, Obosh. What are we looking like here? So we'd have to give up on Vorinclex and Heliod to play Obosh? Or to companion Obosh. So there's Timberland Ancient, there's Aetherblade Agent. And then there's Obosh here. I think I'm going to take the Aetherblade Agent. Well, you know what? Having access to a green and a black land cycler is going to be pretty good here. I do just really like this Aetherblade Agent, though, but I'm going to go ahead and take the big Timberland Agent here. There's a Bloodfell Caves to splash the Rager, but I don't know how good this is on the splash. Squee. There's a Vengeant Earth and a Consuming Aetherborn. I'm really not looking to play any of these cards, hopefully. Yeah, this is unfortunately just a pretty bad pack. I might just take the Bloodfell Caves here. Alright, so there's the Burgeoning, there's the Agent, there's a Failed Conversion, but that's not as good as the Agent. There's a Seal from Existence, which is good. But I think we're pretty locked into green-black at this point. So taking the Aetherblade Agent seems fine. No green cards, just a Flitting Gorilla, which is not really what our deck is looking to do. Knights has seemed open from this side for sure, but we'll just go ahead and cut the Gorilla. I don't think we're necessarily in the right colors. Now green is completely cut. That was weird. We took all the green cards in pack 1. I guess we take a Stormblade Berserker here. Yeah, not much else for us. Other decks have definitely been much more open than the deck that we are currently drafting, but we are well into pack 2, so very difficult to switch at this point. See, double Marshal. Yeah, so Knights is wide open over here. Meanwhile, we're just looking at like a Dreg Recycler or a combat trick. It's tough. Guess we just take the 2-drop. Harried Artisan, yeah, so Blue-Red Convoke seems wide open, and Blue-White Knights seems pretty open as well, but we are unfortunately not even remotely close to either of those decks, so... Okay, well there's a Blighted Burgeoning here, which is good ramp to get to our bigger creatures. There's another Doombringer. I don't think I need another one. There's a Rona, which isn't good in our deck, so I guess I could play a singular Blighted Burgeoning. See if there's a way to fit in this Helion or not. Alright, again, basically nothing. I don't think I'm playing Vengeant Earth. But we already have a Mirrodin Avenged, and I'm probably not playing that either. I guess Failed Conversion could be a playable. Probably not playing this Rager here. Alright, what do we find in Pack 3? Captain Lannery Storm. Well, we are not in those colors, so what else do we have? We have Pelucranos Reborn, which could be pretty good. There's also Invasion of Zendikar, which is very good. And Tandem Takedown. Gosh, lots of great green cards here. There's a chance the Pelucranos wheels. There's also Wary Thespian that could wheel. I really like Invasion of Zendikar, and getting access to our first battle is pretty important. Not to mention ramping from 4 to 7 is going to be good with a Mauler, an Ancient, and a Vorinclex here. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and take the Invasion. Alright, so there's a Phoenix, but again, we're pretty locked into our colors here. There's an Emoti, and we currently have 3 cards that trigger it. But there's also Chomping Kavu and Bonded Herd Beast. I think I might just land on the Chomping Kavu here. Currently have 15 creatures. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the Chomping Kavu. Alright, there's a Jungle Hollow, which is going to be quite good. There's another Emoti and a Merciless Repurposing. I wonder if we take this and then we wheel one of these 2 Emotis. It's also a Dreg Recycler. I don't like Oilcaster or the Adaptation. We're a little light on removal, and by a little light, I mean we just have a conversion. So the repurposing might not be bad for us. We're trying to let the game go long in this deck anyway. Alright, there's a Nizumi Informant, which isn't great in this format compared to other formats, but we already have these and we're probably not playing them anyway. Same with the Traxxas Fall, so guess we'll take the Informant here. I don't know if there's a way to fit this double white Heliod into the deck or not, but currently have Scoured Barrens and Blighted Burgeoning. And that's it. And Invasion of Zendikar, actually, so maybe there is. Herbology Instructor. 2 mana, 1/3, gain 3 life, transform it into a 3/3 that basically kills something. That's pretty good. There's also an Etched Familiar. I would love another one of these. And a Skittering Surveyor. Oof. Skittering Surveyor might let us just play Heliod, but this is such a good 2-drop. It's really hard to pass that up. Cosmic Hunger, okay. That's interaction. There's also an Alabaster Host Intercessor, which also helps splash the Heliod. This is tough. Don't think the Caves is making it. We do have a Barrens, though. We're a little light on interaction, but we have some powerful top end if we can get there. I'm going to take the Intercessor, because that can kind of splash this. Not to mention, if one of the 2 Emodi's wheels, we now have 4 triggers? Ooh, Dina, what do you do? Whenever we gain life, they lose a life. We could sack a creature. That doesn't seem great in this format. There's just a Notvold Hermit, which is very good. 4 mana, 4/4 turns into a 5/5 that can make something else a 5/5. Wrong button. Wrong button. Yeah, we'll take the Hermit here. A War Historian, an Azumi Informant, Omnath. I don't think Omnath is for us. Our 3-drop slot's a little light, so we can take another War Historian. Just a decent creature here. 3 mana, 3/3 reach, effectively. The Tandem Takedown wheeled. So did the Thespian. The Emodi notably did not wheel, unfortunately. Although that might be the next pack. I think we need a little bit of removal here, so we'll go ahead and take the Takedown. Emodi wheeled. All right. Maybe we can make that work. They both wheeled. This is going to be an interesting deck. We're either going to get completely run over by red-white 3 games in a row, or we're going to outvalue our opponent to death. Or just get stuck with like 15 6 and 7 drops in our hand. Oh, Etched Familiar on the wheel. Thank you. I don't think we're playing either of those. Alright, let's see how to build this. This is tough. Let's build it from the ground up here. So we know we're base green-black. So with that in mind, we definitely play both of these. We play both of these. We play the Mauler. We play the Instructor, this. Probably the Burgeoning, the Takedown, Double Historian. Yeah, so all of this green gets in there. Now we're at 18. If we want to do double Emodi, we could do Intercessor as well. We could play Repurposing. Now we have 5 6 and 7 drops, but 3 of them cycle, which is huge. And the question is now, would we play Heliod with this deck? Probably not. So then what's our last card? A Nezumi Informant, a Rotten Tail, Berserker, Dreg Recycler. Probably not another expensive card. The Invasion of Zendikar goes a long way in making these worth it too. So what is the Informant good with? I mean, basically nothing. Our curve isn't awful. Again, because these could all three of these cards could go over here if we need them to. So it kind of looks like this if we have to. Which means we might be able to afford like an Etchtop's Doombringer. Or a failed conversion. This could also just help buffer our life total just a little bit to survive. So currently have Invasion and Burgeoning to help find blue for double Emoti. We need a lot of green here, probably at least 9, which means we could do like 962. Or 971. Again, ideally we find Zendikar or Burgeoning before we get to Emoti here. And something like this is probably okay. We don't have any mill, do we? Like self-mill? No, so we're not gonna accidentally mill our only island. Unless someone else mills it. If we play against blue-black, they could mill our only island. But again, then we're hoping for Burgeoning. But if they mill our island and Burgeoning, then we're SOL for our double Emoti here. So maybe this? Yeah. Seems doable. Go ahead and run it back like this. There we go. All right, double Emoti. All right, sweet deck here. I'll go ahead and see you in game number 1. All right, we go first with the perfect mana base here. We'd love to see it. All right, so do we lead on Agent or Blade Master here? I'm gonna lead on Blade Master. It's a better attacker and blocker. We could play Agent next turn, transform it, turn 4. So 2 mana, 2/2. All right. Do we just trade here? 2-drop for 2-drop? That seems fine to me. They don't want to. Oh, Invasion of Zendikar? Well, that's insane. Because now next turn we play Emoti, then we double Cascade 2 turns in a row. Let's hope this works. So we'll take definitely a black, and then I think another green here. No attacks. At this point I'm fine trading off the Agent for anything, basically. Just because this is our game plan now. Okay, well I don't like this anymore. Now they could just kill Emoti. But... because they're leaving up mana here, so I fully expect Emoti to die if we play it. But if we go to transform this, they'll kill it. If we do this and buff it, they'll kill it. If we play this, they'll kill it. So we'll just play the Emoti here. I fully expect them to have Deadly Derision, is what I think this is going to be. Close enough. Joke's on you, we have another one in the deck. Yeah, I mean, I knew that was going to die. Same thing would have happened no matter what we cast here, so that's a tough one, but... so this costs 6, 7 to transform. It kills anything over there. If I kill this, I have attacks with everything now. So I can just do this. Okay. So we got the 2-for-1 out of the Invoker. Okay, now we can transform this. If we transform this for 5 mana, we still have 3 left over. If we pay the Phyrexian, we have 4. So let's do it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Player or battle draw card. Nice. So we get to flip that, unless they want to just chump here. And that is some value that's going to be hard to get over for them. Yeah, looks like that got flooded out a little bit, and we got too much value there. Darn, if only Emoti had survived, that would have been an insane game, but we still had the value we needed. Alright, well we have 2, 3, 4 here. And then 5, basically this is on the next turn if we want it, so this is going to be a great curve out. And we have our blue. Well, they have a good curve as well. They could flip that into a 3-3. What is this one? Non-token ETBs bolster 1. Okay. I'm fine trading this off for either of these two here, so... I didn't think they would. Oof. They get to immediately flip it now. That's not great. You get a 4/4 flyer. That's tough. And we are 5/5 flyer. Man, see, gosh, flipping these back. Maybe that was not worth attacking there. So here's the learning moment. God, if we could just draw something that's not a land, that would also be good. Wasn't worth attacking there, because all they had to do is play a battle, remove a creature, and flip it. And now we basically lose. I'm stupid. Why do we have this in our deck? Oh my god. Alright, well I'm going to be changing that at the break. We can't cast Alabaster Host Intercessor unless we have Blighted Burgeoning, I guess. So... maybe I thought we were still splashing Heliod or something? Wow, that was dumb. I got excited with the Modi there. Oh, another one. This is where the feel-bads of the format start to come in, because we can't come back from this. Like, it's impossible. The game's over. The game is just straight over. And we've drawn straight nothing but lands this entire game as well. So that's been something. We got 10 lands here and 14 cards. One of the cards only just got more lands, and the other two have been bounced back to our hand, and the other one that can't get cast because I'm a stupid deck builder. So, yeah, we lose pretty quickly here. I'm glad it didn't really matter having this in our hand, because we were never winning anyway, drawing like 6, 7 lands in a row or whatever. Guys, I mean, if you're new here, welcome. This is what we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands in 15 cards. So you can't win a game of Magic like that. So I'm gonna go adjust this deck and see if we have any better luck in game 3. Alright, well this hand's pretty good. Herbology Instructor into either of these two, depending on how quick they are. And Chomping Kavu as well, so pretty good. Cycling their Alabaster Host Intercessor, of which I did take out of my deck. So those of you that were yelling at me earlier on in deck building and in game 1 and 2, you can hold your yelling now. Invasion of Belanon, yep. Oh, hi there. Why don't we ramp? They're not at risk of flipping this just yet. We can block here. Next turn we're going to have 5 mana. So we can like play a War Historian, flip our Incubate. Ah. Well, that's tough. That's rough. I said that they're not at risk of flipping it, but here they go. That is a rough card. Huh. Okay. Well, again, all they gotta do is play a battle, flip it, and then you basically lose. That's what I'm kind of finding so far here. Oh my god. Alright, well if they get to 7, we're conceding, because that card is stupid. Okay, well, they also have removal here, so this is not going to be good for us. Yeah, so here's what's going to happen. We double block, they kill this one with Volcanic Spite, they trample over, they still kill it, and then we just straight lose this game. Or we just let them kill it, and then don't Volcanic Spite here. Is there even a way to play around Volcanic Spite at this point? I guess you get it, because I know that's what you have. Now they get a Glorious Anthem. Land. Alright, next turn they cast a Tali and we concede. This card doesn't even need to have transform text on it because it doesn't really matter. 6/6. Sure. And let's see if they have the land. There it is. I'll just let us see what they get. Streetwise Negotiator and a Seal from Existence. Alright. Thanks, Atali. That card is one of the stupidest cards in the entire set. Vorinclex couldn't have even got us out of that one there. Alright, the curve's not awful, so we can keep it. We've got a 2-mana 3/3 here, so just gotta hope they don't stick a battle, remove our creature, and then win the game. And then cast a Tali, because that's a fair card. Dreg Recycler. Okay. They might have a combat trick here. And if they do, I can Tantrum Takedown in response. But if they don't, I just play the Hermit. So that's fine. Okay. Now the question is, do I just flip this and attack? They don't have great blocks. Well, they would trade both of these for this. Something I can do is flip it now, next turn hold up tandem takedown and attack. Or just flip this and attack. It's tough to decide what to do here. Turns this into a 6/6 attacker. I'm just gonna flip this here. I'm actually going to no attacks because I don't want to trade it for just those 2 2/2s. Now I gotta hope it doesn't die for sure. Now they're holding up removal. And we keep drawing the lands. Now they got removal up, which is not great. Okay. Okay, worse things have happened, I suppose. I feel like if they had removal, they would have used it. Rather than play into it still, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so whatever they had, it might have just been the Dreg Recycler activation here. Okay. Man, it feels like I'm playing 25 lands in this deck. Alright, I'll go for this. Awesome. What on earth does that do? Okay, so these two can't deal damage. This can. So this can become a 4/3. I think I'd rather kill this, because I do have the tandem takedown to take down one of these things if I want to. Okay. ahead and get our 2-for-1 here. I think that should do it, yeah. So, still got up to 8 lands, but we got the win. Alright, is this worth the keep? We have a 2-drop and a 4-drop. We love drawing lands, so we're probably going to draw some more, but we have all 3 of our colors. This is a tough keep. If it were someone else, it's probably a mulligan, but we have 2 things that do affect the board, because, as I mentioned, we'll just keep drawing lands from here. Oh, crap. Now they could just kill this. I don't know what this spell is. Oh, is it the +1/+0 first strike? I could have backed up this, but I'd rather this be the 3/3. Because this one has upside. This one still has upside, so if I just play this here as the 3/3, I can still pump this, and this is now a relevant creature too. That is a really good card. Okay, so they have the +1/+0 in first strike, so I know that's what it is. They're just going to do it anyway. Okay. Alright. Well, can we race is the question. Probably not, because they have... every creature they play has haste. This card is so incredibly good. This got to be like the best uncommon in the set. Like, 2 mana 2/2 trample prowess transforms into a trample ward 2 prowess 3/3. Like, this card is so good. Okay. So if I turn this into a 5/5, it doesn't really open up any other attacks that I don't already have. So if they want to trade, I can trade this for the Heal Slasher, which is fine. If they want to kill the Hermit, they're going to have to block with this, and they're not going to. Now the question is, do I get rid of the Historian? I don't think so. I think we get rid of this one. And now we can transform this next turn without paying life. But let's see what their follow-up is here. Okay. Okay. Seems about right. Well, I guess we're attacking. Ooh, we get to kill the Spellseer? Spellspear? Nice, that's fine with me. Alright. Oh god, what do you do? Non-creature, non-land. How many of those do they have? One. They have another one. They make a 3/2, sacrifice, cast it without paying its mana cost. Oh my god. God, there's so many bombs in this set. It's ridiculous. They're at 4. But I don't know if we can push through the last bit of damage here, unfortunately. Okay. We have so many more powerful cards than that in our deck. Now, granted, we're going to put this on the bottom and then draw 4 lands in a row. But we need more than that. That's not going to win. So, just got to pass it back. I mean, this would have enabled a double block on the 3/4, but that's still not good enough. The card that I put in for the white Planecycler was another Doombringer, so if we top deck a... What? If we top deck a Doombringer, we can attack with Familiar, and then we have lethal. But no. We'll find some more lands here. Oh my god. Okay. What if we backed up the Wary Thespian so that we can get a Surveil here? They have to double block it. I think we need a Surveil, so this is gonna die. Okay. Good blocks. There's a couple of cards we could find. Thank God we did that. Yeah. I mean, now they could just kill our creatures too with Volcanic Spite. Darn. Tap down our Familiar here, and then probably just kill us. No? Alright, well, we got one turn. That isn't it. Yeah, there's no reason to block with the Bullet Slinger there. Just trying to preserve my life total. Not sure it's really going to matter, but... Again, I think the other Etched-Toast Doombreakers are only out, and even then, we're probably still dead. Block, take 7, 8, 9... Yeah, so we definitely lose. They've got lethal. So now we block, take plenty enough. Alright, well, we just couldn't get out of our own way in that game either, so... Played Quintorius, and that pretty much stonewalled our deck. So, yeah, this format's looking sweet so far, except for the fact that if you get behind, I mean, the writing is on the wall. You have to just play out these games with like a 10% chance of winning. And that's not a great feeling to have. The couple of games we lost, well, one of them is because we drew 11 lands. The last one there, as soon as they played Quintorius, I effectively knew the game was over. We had like, again, one card in our deck that could have gotten us out of that game. And it just felt bad because we basically knew we were never drawing it. So it's a tough one, but we'll see if we can rally here with next week's videos. Thanks so much for tuning in for today's draft, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.